Alright guys, welcome back. Welcome back to another episode. I believe this is episode 5. So I should write that down. Alright, let's start. In last episode we left it off after doing the responders quest. And I think it was thirst things first, I believe. Yeah, thirst things first, which we got to know about this lady that used to help the responders with water situations and health and science at the same time. Her name was Kesha. Got to know a little bit about her. Today we about to, instead of just going straight for the main quest, I got a feeling it'd be best if we actually explore this town first.
I bet this town was really nice before the war.
You know what? We do that after. Actually, yes, we do that after. Let's do the what is it called? Second helping, which is learning how to cook your meat, pretty much. So his cabin is right here. So let's go in there. And he's right here. Not looking so pretty. Survivor story, Rev, Delbert Winters. We also get a mentat.
Reverend Delbert Winters here, born and raised in this very town. Lit my own church to the responders for their outpost here, and you're welcome. The responders are on a true mission, you see, helping folks through thick and thin until the heavens open up again and take us all up anyways. When this all happened, I figured like most it was time. This was the end, but it wasn't, was it? We're still here. At first, I thought it was a mistake, that we was missed, forgotten. Maybe we did some wrongs. Didn't give enough to charity, maybe. Didn't praise his name, even in the worst of times. Maybe thought some things that ought not to been thought. So I asked him. I asked how? Why? I fought your wars on Earth. I'm ready to fight them up there by your side. Then in my despair, I saw some survivors eating raw rat carcass behind a dumpster. You ought to cook that first, I warned them. Seemed obvious. We tried but got sick, they said, covered in their own filth. I realized right then and there that I was being tasked. From then on, I built kitchens, cooked good food, fed anyone who walked up with an empty belly. And I was thankful for my task in life. Thankful. Next time hell or high water land in my stoop, I'll be swept clear away with it. But until then, let's share a home-cooked meal together, all right?
Alright, that was Delbert. First holotape. Get to know a little bit about him. And here's his terminal. So let's read what he has to say. Volunteers training. Delbert every volunteer to cook one meal for today's potluck. Today's menu is survivors, a basic ribeye steak. Instructions: get some meat from one of the locals' cow. Toss it on the fire until it stops oozing. Comfort Food Cookbook. Sunshine oil, which we just learned how to do this. Chop up some potatoes into cubes, melt sugars in husky water to get brown molasses mixed up top with a shake of thistle. Moonshine helps get you to sleep, but sunshine oil keeps you awake and regular, extra regular. If this don't keep you awake, you're probably dead. Potato salad. Chop up some potatoes into cubes, melt sugars in a husky water to get a brown molasses mixed up and top with a handful of thistle. Heat up till it's soft and hearty. Enough spit to give a kick in the patooters and not a drop of booze. Awesome. Potluck schedules. Schedule all ribeyes every day. Ribeye, 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 ribeye. All ribeye. Delver's Diary. January 15 on faith. I needed to write down my thoughts because I was losing faith. I am ashamed to admit it. I witnessed the wrath with my own eyes. The brightest of lights filled the sky, and I thought he had come for me and those of the faith. But we remain. Why? Either he did not come, or we were not good enough. I pray every moment I can. Nothing I hear, nothing. I used to hear something, I think. Did I? It's hard to remember. So long ago. February 20th. Responders. This past month, I have struggled. I cooked a lot though. You know, it helps keep me calm to cook. Ingredients are so simple. Mix this and that, and you got yourself a food. Life, not so much. And the beyond, I don't know. I thought I did. The responders set up camp in town. There are a bunch of medical and firefighters types, and they plan to fix up survivors. I'm volunteering. This is something I know I can do. April 15, Nightmares. Devoting myself to cooking for these survivors and running the book club and the nightly survivor guild meetings have been good for me, but I still come home at night and I think, why? I was ready. I was ready my whole life for this. What did I do wrong? June 10th. Weird cows. It makes me glad to see responders are taking in survivors so well. We need them. Lord knows. We need to rebuild this land. I have been noticing a weird thing. Some of the animals are born different. At first I thought it was just a random fluke. Two-headed cows? What? Should go to the Museum of Fakery. Or you mean Freak? Museum of Freak? I think that's what he meant. Anyways, but then it happened again. And again. It doesn't make mistakes like this. September 01. The Flood. Weird cows are born more often than not. And I don't know what to say. Plants are weird too. Plants are merging. Changing colors. I don't know what. Maybe this is a recreation of our world like after the flood. If so, we survivors had no ark, no protection. I stayed up all night cooking stew and corn pone for everyone here. There's a lot of us now. A lot of us aren't doing so good. Some have lost faith in the responders and ran to the mountains to join gangs. I pray for them. I pray for us all. Mind you. That was it. That was it, right? Yeah. October 10th, experiment. The weird cows continue to be weird. I heard someone who arrived from over east of here call them Brahmin. I can't remember what regular cow tastes like anymore, or regular potatoes, or tomatoes, for that matter. I've set up an experiment to monitor these things. I'm worried. What if the meat and the vegetables here are hurting us? I need to keep track of this to know for sure. In the meantime, I think all pre-packaged food is probably okay. Gangs, November 8th. A bunch of all survivors came down to town from the mountains. They're in gangs now. They wanted stuff. They tore up my gardens and killed some cows. I'm going to start putting some extra food in the pantry just in case. And I need to remember they have a tough time up there. There can't be much to eat in the mountains. December 25th, our future. I brought all the weird cows down from the nearby farm and let them loose in the pastures. Think they'll stay by because I plant a bunch of good hay grass there. In a couple months, I'll build some garden near the houses. And I'll set up some control group of plants. He didn't take us, so I need to make sure I'm ready for when he returns. This has to be just a trial. I have to do better. I need to make sure everyone here eats well and survives until then. April 25th. Apology. I have sunken my entire life lately into these experiments and feeding these survivors. I've asked him if this is enough, if he will come for me now. Silence. Is this punishment? I was in the war. I killed. I know I did these things, but I had to. They made me do it. I thought it was right. How can I apologize now? June 26th. At peace. Just finished planning that community garden for next year. Figure I'll spend some time in the garden patches behind my house for a bit. It brings me peace to work the land like this, planting some seeds. Gonna see what in the hood they turn out to be. Don't look like any kind of seeds I know. Bless his creativity, right? Right. Okay, so he was a religious man, and he was very into his faith, and pretty much he was, you know, feeling guilty of his past, and he was ready to go, but the bomb didn't get him until now. Interesting. So I think he was the pastor, maybe, but he just became like a cook. He's wearing like a pastor's robe, so I'm guessing. Cook ribeye steak, optional. Kill one of the Brahmins. Some potatoes. Let's get them potatoes. Alright. Let's get a Brahmin. Come here, big boy. Oh wow, you thick boy. Alright. Wow, that's a lot of meat. And now we have to cook it, so let's go to the nearest cooking station. And let's do this. There's another node. Free cooking lesson. Delicious and free cooking lesson. Just outside Flatwood Tavern in the parking lot. Reverend Delver Winters leads cooking lessons every day, free to all survivors. Come get fed and learn how to cook the old-fashioned way. Menu: Reverend Winters' famous Appalachili, corn pone jam, cram burgers. It's definitely meat. Well, probably. At least some of it. Kindly refer your local friendly responders for details and class schedules. That was it. So pretty much, he used to do classes as well, He was like, oh, you know what? You're not doing it the right way. Let me teach you how to do it. And that's what he was doing. Seems like that kept them distracted from what was going on. All right, where's meats? Meats, ribeye steak, perfect. And that gives us an extra 20 on carry weight. Perfect. Let's eat some. Right. And more wood here. Let me go to a near crafting station and let's scrap some items. Scott's reminder. Remember, set up a trap for the you-know-who's and use holotapes to try to record their noises at night. Get a lock for the secret stash by the Brahmin tubs behind the house. Get a bigger gun or more guns or both. Try to tame a wild dog or a giant rat. R.I.P. Perry, you're sweet. So there is a stash behind the house. Interesting. Let's try to find it. It says by the Brahmin. Who goes there? Part 2.
Tonight, we bring you the final chapter of Who Goes There? The Strange Encounter in Flatwoods. In the last episode, Pioneer Scout Fred Fisher met a curious girl named Sally while hiding in the dark. But, as it turned out, they weren't alone.
There are other people here?
Yeah, they probably just went to get more food. They'll be back soon enough. You can wait with me, and they'll give you food too. You just have to do what they want.
What do you mean?
When they want to play games with you.
Games? What kind of games?
I'm still learning the rules. Mostly, they're kind of boring, and only hurt when they use the needles.
Needles?
Yeah, you know, like at the doctor.
This doesn't sound like any game I know. It sounds downright awful, and these people sound really bad. We have to get out of here.
No, no, stay put, stay put, stay put, stay put.
Okay, stop screaming. Ah, the light. It's so bright.
That's where they come in to bring food, or when it's time to play.
Sally, what's that helmet thing you're wearing? It looks like it's screwed into your head.
Time to play. Time to play.
Sally,
Time
what's wrong?
to
Why are you acting like that?
time to play.
Responder Dasa gave me some supplies in exchange for my survivor story. So, hi. My name is Scott Shepard. Things are going all right. I was a nurse before the war, and I guess nothing much has changed. I just work for the responders now, and I don't get paid. The government is basically the same now as it was years ago. Wrecked. Disorganized. Cannot be trusted. Everyone knows this. You want to know why the war actually happened? Aliens. You think I'm joking? Listen, right before everything went to hell, I saw 'em. I was grilling hamburgers out in the yard with my dog, and I heard rustling from the bushes and a zapping noise. Next thing I know, I'm lightheaded and I felt myself fall into the ground. And I didn't even have a lot to drink. I woke up and I saw some little thing run into the bushes with my dog following it. I knew something was wrong. I found my dog later with a clump of green skin in his mouth. Green, like moss or something. The bombs fell almost 10 days later. 9 days, 19 hours to be exact. That's 235 hours precisely. You know what that is, right? That's right. The atomic number of the isotope of uranium. They had a plan from the very beginning. Why would they come after me first? Scott Shepard, the nurse. Well, good question. I'm glad you asked. have our blood. They knew which ones of us would survive. This is one big experiment to them. This whole thing was staged. Our lives, our thoughts, everything was designed for us, just like this conversation. Every word I'm saying. Planned. Time to wake up, Appalachia. Find the ones holding the strings and cut the cords.
How fitting that we find like a holotape of aliens and two kids, right? I forgot the name of it actually. Let me look for it real quick. Hollows. What did I favorite? Why did I favor that? Hollows, and it was. Who goes there? Part 2. I'm gonna find all the parts. I skipped it because I want to hear from part 1 to part 2, part 3. You know how it goes. And pretty much Delver Winter. No, actually no. Excuse me, not Delver Winters. It was. Where are you? Was it Delbert? Was it Delbert? No, it's not. Scott. This guy, Scott. Yeah, there's Scott. He was the one that we just seen outside over here, and he said that he had a stash behind the house by the Brahmin tubs. Yeah, right here. And talking about aliens and everything, they are real. At least in Fallout world, they are real. Because if you play the Fallout 3, there's a whole DLC about it, and if you play Fallout 4, there's actually an alien ship that falls down to Earth. You actually see it right about the time you find Kellogg's. So yeah, fun fact. Bunch of food here, nice. So checks with self-serve kiosks. So let's do that. Complete training. Updating volunteer status with responders database done. Congratulations, volunteer. Granting access to responder database done. Contact the responders using the database. Okay. I'm guessing it's not here. Yeah, we have to go back to the church. But before that, let's look around. Maybe we find some more interesting stuff laying about. Let's see. What is this? Free cooking lesson. Is this the same one we saw outside? Yes, it is. Who goes there? Part 1. Here we go. Here we go.
Welcome back, dear listeners. It's time once again to put aside all you think you know, all you believe to be true. Time to open your mind to the strange, bizarre, and sometimes terrifying world that exists in the shadows and fringes of our own, where myth, legend, and rumor are made real. Yes, it's time for more thrilling tales from the West Virginia hills. Tonight's episode, Who Goes There? The Strange Encounter in Flatwoods, is brought to you by Sugar Bombs, the breakfast cereal with explosive great taste and 100% of the recommended daily allowance of sugar. Get your morning started right with Sugar Bombs. Our tale begins on a fateful night when a young pioneer scout, Fred Fisher, finds himself in quite the predicament, having taken a spill and fallen into a dark place.
Where am I? Jack? Biff? Mr. Bailey? Can anybody hear me?
very good question indeed.
Dun, dun,
Tune in next
dun.
time to find out the answer in the chilling conclusion of Who Goes There? The
Who
Strange
Goes
Encounter
There?
in Flatwoods.
These are great, man. It reminds me a little bit of Twilight Zone. That's hilarious. All right, let's listen to part 2 because I don't think we finished it. So pretty much, yeah, it's about aliens, I guess. Let's see, where's part 2? Part 2. Who goes there?
Tonight, we bring you the final chapter of Who Goes There? The Strange Encounter in Flatwoods.
Oh, it's only
In
2.
the last
I
episode,
thought it was more.
Pioneer Scout Fred Fisher met a curious
So I
girl
guess
named
it's fitting.
Sally while hiding in the dark. But as it turned out, they weren't alone.
There are other people here?
Yeah, they probably just went to get more food. They'll be back soon enough. You can wait with me, and they'll give you food too. You just have to do what they want.
What do you mean?
When they want to play games with you.
Games? What kind of games?
I'm still learning the rules. Mostly, they're kind of boring, and only hurt when they use the needles.
Needles?
Yeah, you know,
Needles?
like at the doctor.
This doesn't sound like any game I know. It sounds downright awful, and these people sound really bad. We have to get out of here.
No, no, stay put, stay put, stay put, stay put.
Okay, okay, stop screaming. Ah, the light. It's so bright.
That's where they come in to bring food, or when it's time to play.
Sally, what's that helmet thing you're wearing? It looks like it's screwed into your head.
Time to play. Time to play.
Sally,
Time
what's wrong? Why are you acting like that?
Time to play.
I see them now.
Time
They aren't human at all.
time
No, stop! Let me go! Sally, help me! I don't want to play! I don't want to play any games! No!
Fred Fisher was found
That's
days later,
disturbing.
wandering by the river outside Flatwoods. He was disoriented but unharmed, save for 2 small wounds on each temple. To this day, Fred is convinced his strange encounter was real, and even continues to search high and low for a missing girl named Sally, whom he swears he met.
Who goes there? Sally.
So I leave it to you to decide, dear
Whoa.
listeners. Was this
That was
simply
chill.
the wild imagination of a frightened boy lost in the woods? Or was Fred Fisher in fact abducted by brainwashing aliens from outer space? Be sure to tune in next week for another thrilling chapter of Tales from the West Virginia Hills.
Tales from the West Virginia Hills. Who knows about the Iwana Bits story? Or the lore behind the Iwana Bits? Leave it down in the comments if you play Fallout 1 and know about the story of the Iwana Bits. That's why never cook Iwana Bits. And you shouldn't too. Survivor story. Call now.
Hi. Dasa
Hi.
asked me if I would talk about how I got here. She asked everybody, so I said okay. My name's Colonel, and I'm 13 years old. I just wanted to say I'm sorry. I'm sorry for everything.
Yeah, I remember this story. This guy is
The bombs,
really traumatized.
the messed up people, and the cows with 2 heads, all of it. I was bad. Just bad. I cheated on my spelling test. I kicked
I
Wilkins
cheated
in the
on my
shins until he
spelling
cried.
test.
I pushed Rosie McCloy down the stairs. I cut holes in the bottom of all the gym shorts, and I put glue in the mashed potatoes in the cafeteria. I told Harold Newell to eat 10 dead flies a day in order to grow muscles, and I put Nuka-Cola in the rat cage water bottles at the pet store. And, I just wanted to say I'm sorry about everything. Because my dad said if I wasn't this way, the bad things wouldn't happen. I haven't seen
Yeah, your
Patty
dad's
since
fucked
the
up too.
bombs, and
Just
I
saying.
guess he left because of that too. It's okay. I'm trying to be good now, though. I'm not old enough to be a volunteer, but Dawson said I could help collect food and water, so I'm getting better, I promise. And, Daddy, if you're listening, I promise I won't be bad anymore, so you can come back now. Okay? Okay. Bye.
Yeah, I don't think he's coming back. Just saying. Alright, do we have anything else to scrap? I think we still have some armor to scrap. I think I went crafting, yeah. See, if this one have any stat, I will probably wear it, but it gives no stats. And if I'm not wrong, I found another holotape in
Chloe's my
here.
pet. Or maybe I'm hers. I'm not sure.
Yeah. But it didn't play. Interesting. September 2096. So these are the orders, I guess. Oh, what it says? Description: bottle beer, quantity 10 crates, notes anywhere available, supply 5 caps, abandoned house at the end of the road. Run on low to jack up the price. Beef, even the ugly kind. Okay. I don't think that is that important. And I believe if we go to the terminal of the volunteers, we can see all the holotapes, or most of them, I guess. Kitchen terminal. Let's see what we find here. Log in. Kitchen patrol. Oh, this ones are like recipes. Yeah. Appalachili. Man, I can't say that. Appalachili. I don't know. Get some tomatoes. The uglier, the better. Add some beef. Doesn't matter the quality. Just handful of garden beans. Not the canned junk. Add some clean up rainwater for the earth taste. Mix it up real good, then simmer over the fire for a good long while. Sunshine oil, I think we already read this. Containment details. All deep freeze tank holds 50 pounds of steak at maximum. Temperature may be hot or cold when deposited. Automated pantry only accepted ribeye steak right now. Additional food donations will be in update 0.2.0. Steak must be cooked to medium rare only. Carbon levels tweaked to reject all other consistencies. Well done steaks may be deposited in the leather scrap box for armor usage. Around diagnostic, internal refrigeration temperature 108 degrees, internal freezer temperature 153 degrees. Sending alert to Miguel. Done. Bugs. Temperature control is broken. Can detect ribeye steak properly. Can detect potato soup properly. Still says milk on the machine. Comments. It's not just disgusting. This is a sanitation issue. The food is all rotten. Delbert. Comment. Partial fix applied. You can no longer receive food from the automated pantry. Miguel. Comment. I need the food in this pantry for the potluck. Delbert. I added a diagnostic tool for now. I have to return to the airport immediately, but I will fix it when I get back. Miguel. Can detect the ribeye steak. It isn't registering my contribution as a volunteer. I need to be able to train survivors with this problem or program this week. Delbert. Comment. I've updated the automated pantry program, but you do have to cook the meat properly for it to detect the charbroil and meat type. Miguel. Wonder if these are actually bugs in the game that Bethesda just put it as an Easter egg. Like, you know, like people trying to cook at the beginning of the game, trying to cook their meat, but then it doesn't say that you actually did the quest and it just bugs out. Oh, that would be so funny. Comment. Same as the ribeye steak problem, Delbert. Comment. I have no a compartment to store fluids separately from steak, or else they get stored together. I'll need to get Gary to pick up the parts at Morgantown Airport. It will take at least a month, probably. What do you want me to do, Miguel? Oh man, excuse me. Comment. Just close it. For now, ribeye steak will do, Delbert. Bugs still says milk on the machine. Comment. It's just confusing, isn't it, Delbert? Comment. Maybe Colonel can help this. Can help with this, or yeah, maybe Colonel can help with this. Excuse me. Campaign, Miguel. I've been recording for too long. I can't even read now. Play holotape.
Interview 2. Reverend Delbert Winters. Hi, I met you in the woods near the Morgantown Airport. You were picking flowers. Why?
I was
Does
harvesting
the
lot stuff,
Reverend
actually.
Winter?
I hunted deer recently. Looked strange, but tasted fine.
Okay. Well, what's a basic, easy meal that someone who's been surviving on cans could make?
You can make tea with dried flowers. It's not much, but it can soothe your stomach. I don't know what this flower is called, but I call it a soot flower. If you add it to water, you can make a tea. Same with rabbit meat or chicken meat. You can easily make soups with boiled water. God willing, we can adapt old recipes to new types of food.
Well, what do you mean by that?
Back in the Army, we got sent off to places with weird fish I'd never heard of and weird veggies I'd never seen again. You know, we had to cook with them still. Just pretend it's catfish or something. You see how it turns out. But now, well, let me say that I've seen some weird stuff. I thought maybe it was unholy, but these are all the creation of our Lord, even if man has manipulated them. And dang it, they're still
Unholy
edible.
two-headed cows. That's what you're talking about.
Okay. Well, what kind of veggies do you eat?
Yeah, there are still some edible veggies out there, like melons, carrots, and gourds. You know, I found some tomatoes and potatoes growing together. They're somehow pollinating each other or something. I ate one, and it was kind of like ketchup-flavored cardboard, but hey, I'm alive. You might have to experiment like that. Don't be too picky if it keeps you alive to see the end of times.
Sounds like you've been thinking about this for a while.
You could say that. I knew the end
You
was
can
coming
say
for
that.
a good long while. And, well, it's here. And the end will come again. I have faith that there's a reason for all this, and that we need to survive to see our Lord again. And, well, we need food to survive.
Fair enough. Thanks for the tips, Delbert.
Thanks for the tips, Delbert. No, really though. Thanks for the tips, Delbert. Got me some chili Appalachia. Appalachili,
Chloe
man.
looks after me. She's the best guardian a girl could have.
Alright, and I think there's another one here. Survivor Story Tabitha. Which, you'll see her story. I know her story. I remember this story. Or you will hear it, I guess.
Oh, yeah, am I loud enough? Okay. Hi. What do you want me to say exactly?
What happened? Did he just stop? Kesha Tabitha. That was weird. I think he just stopped.
Just talking to this? Oh, yeah, am I loud enough? Okay. Hi. What do you want me to say exactly? Yeah, so just talk about how you got here and maybe a little bit about your life. This is a historic document. Go ahead, Tabitha. Okay. So, well, thanks. Okay. I've been sober for 9 days. I got here 9 days ago. My name is Tabitha. And this is my story. I just found out about everything. The war, the bombs, I just realized this was really happening. For years, I thought the chems were playing tricks with my mind, hurting my brain. Thought it was the worst trip ever. Every time I'd come out of my haze long enough to look for food, I'd find more chems and, well, I kept going. And I kept seeing madness. Look, I would have been wandering around fighting giant rats and eating garbage if not for the responders. They're good folks. That doc in the church, got me some meds that are helping out a lot. And they have group therapy meetings, and it's good. It's good. I think it's helping. But listen, you should avoid the mountains. They'll just get you mixed up. Get you doing things you don't want to do. And there are so many chems up there. I spent too long there, and I hurt people. I couldn't think right. I couldn't. Oh, it's okay. Remember what we said in the group? Take your Addictol and rest, and things feel better. I'm going out west, though. Getting out of this place. Getting out, getting away from the chems, all of this. I feel better every day, but, you know, years of chems, years of rads, years of sleeping in the muck. It adds up. Yeah. I'm gonna get back to sleep now, okay?
Okay. Thanks for sharing your story, Tabitha. Get some sleep. You'll be okay. You're safe now.
Yeah, she used to hit the jet hard. If you know what I'm saying. Sad story, but yeah, that happens in real life too, and it's not fun at all. Anyways, on a good note, I found a stash. I just want to kind of like scrap my junk. What the heck is a scrapping station? Ooh. Yeah.
Hello, person in the distant future. Dasa told us these tapes would be used as historical records someday. Pretty nifty. So, my name is Miguel Caldera. Let's see, my story begins in an office. I used to be a programmer at Vault Tech, one of many. Nobody special, you see. And, and that's okay. I used to stare out that window by the coffee machine and think, shucks, I wish I could leave this job and hike in the woods every day. I dream about walking the Appalachian Trail, setting up camp wherever I liked, and traveling with close friends. Dreams kept me going. And, well, when the bombs fell, I was terrified, just like anybody else. I wasn't in a vault, so I just, I had to figure it all out too. The responders found me. I had a little campsite, some supplies. I hacked the Protectron to guard me while I slept, but I miss people. I did. It's been alright, the apocalypse and all. I know that seems weird, but I have freedom now. I can actually help people. I even met somebody. A volunteer who delivers supplies. Imagine that, right? Even when you think everything is over, it's not. It goes on. I mean, it's awful too. Don't get me wrong. All the people dead and hurt. But those are things beyond my control. So, I'm making the best of it. These days, I'm important. People treat me like I matter because, well, there's so few of us. We can't afford to think otherwise. So for all you future people, just know that we lived through something horrible. But we did it. Somehow, we're alive. And if you're hearing this, then, well, I guess at least some of us made it, right? So hey, chin up, kiddo. You'll be okay. Okay?
I think this is not the first time we meet him. I think we're gonna meet him again in another responders quest, but it's gonna be in not Morgantown. Is it Morgantown? Yeah, it's Morgantown Airport. Exactly what I was trying to say. I found a stash, so let's store all the junk. Also, I do have 45. Why is it not registering? Oh, because I just did it. Oh, duh. Of course. Also, there's some treasure maps. I honestly don't know where they are, so I might have to like look it up. Maybe I'll bring it to one of the episodes just as add on. Maybe probably the exploration ones. I probably bring them there just for fun. All right. Now we have ammo. I would like to go to that computer station. Which is in the church. Which is also what we're supposed to be doing right now. I just got distracted with the whole town story and all that good stuff. Which is not bad, honestly. Just by sorting through your junk and all that, you kind of get lost and kind of hearing the stories from the people that lived here. It's kind of fun. Galley Mine Recon. What is this? Jeff, I hope things are in Flatwood are going well. I had a thought I wanted to share. If we can spare the personnel, I'd like to send a team into Galley Mine. They were blasting in the days before the war, and if there's still dynamite in there, it might come in handy. I know you're busy with the volunteer program, so if it's your call. Maria. Galley Mines. Interesting. What's that computer I wanted to go to? Oh yeah, it's right here. I just passed by it and I didn't see it. Of course. Typical. Log in. Volunteer. Emergency contact responder. Awesome. Would you look at that? Almost hitting another score rank. Investigate Morgantown Airport. Final departure. Urgent message. A large horde of Scourge is on the move and might be headed for our main base at Morgantown Airport. All personnel are requested to report to HQ as soon as possible. Bring weapons and medical supplies. Maria Chavez. Connection terminated. Restricted message. Training volunteers. By now everyone has heard about what happened with Cassie and the two young survivors that arrived from Sudan. It's tragic. There are no words, but he just didn't know. And they trusted him to know. So we decided to all volunteer must now start as a volunteer candidates first. And during this time, we go over the basics now. Food, water, and that sorts of thing. Cassie decided to travel into the mountains to clear his head. We tried to persuade him to stay, but it's his choice. We hope he will return soon. Self-serve kiosks. The new kiosks should help us handle additional volunteers should any arrive. Lately, most of the survivors are too injured to help themselves, let alone others. But they see the kiosk as a sign that people will arrive soon to help. We need that hope. Kiosk bugs. The self-serve kiosk seems to have some issues. The message of the day keeps cycling every hour and every time. Add a new volunteer, it doesn't save the profile or send the information to the admin terminal. Interviews. We are the survivors, folks. We are learning how to live out there, or out here. And we need to preserve and distribute this knowledge. Do you know how to make clothing from animal hide? Determine a good berry from a poison one. Let's talk about it. Let's tell the world what we learn. Welcome. Welcome responders and volunteers. Thanks for working with us. As you know, we are trying to cope with the influx of survivors and need our help. The new volunteer program is going to help us concentrate on medical help while volunteers focus on basic survival needs. We are also collecting data for responders database, which will help us rebuild Appalachia one day. So please contribute. data when you can. And guess. Let's see. Welcome guests. Newspaper. Huh. Wait. Let's go back to. Oh no, I know where it is. What's this request, anyways? Responders return flatwood soon. We will process your request. Stay nearby and use the provided emergency supplies of robot. New patient medals. New patient Chris. Transcript from volunteer VOD's records. Everything hurts. Literally everything. I don't even know what happened. I tuned into the radio station and heard about this place, but nobody hears. Nobody here knows where y'all went off to. New patient Chris. Transcript with volunteer VOD's records. I was returning and broke all the toes, and my nose won't stop running on top of everything. I was getting attacked by a horribly messed up person, and then I started feeling sick. I think he died. His skin was on fire. I kept running. That's when I broke my toes. I'm just going to lie down a bit. I just feel bad. I just feel bad. Comment from Metals. Transcript from Volunteer VOD's records. Yeah, that guy who signed in yesterday with the sniffles and broken toes just died. Oh shoot. I guess. He turned to me and said, maybe I ate something bad, and that was it. I'll bury him in the back. This ain't my job, you know. You're welcome. Damn. That sucks for that guy. New patient. Sucks for Metals. No, Chris. Sorry, Chris. New patient Colin. I figure I could get some training here from professionals. Survival type training. I'm going to work on the volunteer responders program. I heard if you get access, you get a bunch of rations and rug survival equipment. So I'm going to do that. Which I did too. And I actually did get a pretty good amount of supplies. New patient Mike. I used to be a member of a bunker to the east. We had plenty of food and water, or so I thought. People got nervous. There was a fight. Anyway, I left, but I don't have any supplies. Heard about this place on the radio, so here I am. Just here to trade, really. Comments from Colin. That guy who just signed in took some supplies and left some other supplies in trade. Took most of the water and food though. He said he was going to some asylum somewhere and would need it more. But he left us with some armor, so that's good. So that was good. Dr. Ben. It's a new patient. I have been eating nothing but Blanco mac and cheese, sugar bombs, and Insta Smash with Nuka-Colas for years, even before the bombs. But lately seems to give me the shakes. I'm a doctor though, a doctor of philosophy, not medicine. So I came here to see if anyone could tell me if there's something I can take for the stomach aches and shakes. Comments from Dr. Van. Sending in some feedback on the robot. It's out of all its supplies. I've been grabbing supplies from the nearby houses in town, so there's enough for most of us. But the robots need to be refilled. Rad. Constant headaches. I was trying to survive up near the old Vault-Tec vault. Had a nice shack by a pond. Even made my own liquor. Things were fine, but then I got attacked by a bunch of giant bugs. And now my head is killing me. Just where is everyone anyways? Dr. Ben again. It seems like the responders should have communicated with this outpost by now. Colin is now a volunteer responder and he found some resources using the database. He found info in the database that showed us where the responders are now. We're going to find them now.
Testing those water samples. Smart move.
So I'm guessing, you know, Dr. Ben and Brad just decided to go look for them, for the responders. I'm curious to see if there's a place in. Interesting. I'm interested if there is a pond by the vault. There should be a pond by the vault because they said it on those, so on the computer. So there should be a pond there. I guess we could do that. I'll put that on my notes. Maybe look for a pond by the vault when we go exploring on the next episode. Because next episode is gonna be, since we've been like going at it with the holotapes and in the lower of
why
flatwoods.
not grab a stim pack or two?
I got.
Make yourself at home.
I got this itch to go and explore, but for this episode, I'm just rather have this area, kind of like go through it and know most of it at least. Kind of get involved with the story and everything, so we don't get lost in the middle of it. Because if you keep going through the story and you keep going from checkpoint to checkpoint, excuse me, you definitely get lost. You don't even know what's water or what's dirt, honestly. You just left to drown. You just keep going like a mindless zombie. So it's best just to take your time. Even though, yeah, it is time consuming to be reading the terminals and all that, but I like it. It's not bad, at least for me. But it depends, of course, if you like to be reading terminals and all that. Let's see. Do I have any tea? Should be on the S category. I only have soups. Might as well just drink the soup stuff. Alright. I found a bunch of recipes here too, though, so I'm not mad about it. And I came here because I wanted to check this. So, people directory. Ben, Amy, Dessa. Let me see. Rank responder, assignment lead of Flatwood Responders Outpost. Specialty leadership. So she was the leader of the responders here in Flatwoods. Interesting. Last checked in 11/05/96. Last location Flatwood Church. Housing assignment 8 Church Road. Leads Flatwood Outpost for the responders. Documenting the responders' good deeds. What's her name? Ben Amy Dessa. So last time she was seen was on the church. So she should be somewhere here. Cause that's what I feel like that's why that computer is there, so you go out there and look for more people. If you want to get to know the full story of I was about to say the vault of the Flatwoods. Like it's her. No, that's a he. It can't be her. Is there another? Yes, there is another page. Oh, and we leveled up. I keep forgetting that. Let's see what we get. We get some perk cards. That's awesome. Gladiator. Awesome. what do you call 16 man on a dead man's chest? Pirate CPR. I don't get it. Please comment down below what is this joke? I don't get it. I'm sorry, but I just don't get it. Anyways, let's see. What can I upgrade? Let's see. What do we have here? For luck. You know what? I said I was gonna get this, but what should I upgrade? Intelligence or luck? Or strength again? I think I'm gonna go with strength. Oh, I have another one. Oh boy. Oh boy. I think I'm gonna go with intelligence, although yeah, I guess so. I would just go intelligence. I own 2 of these, so I should get one of these. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Because I'm gonna be using a lot of melee weapons. So let's set this up like this. I'm also able to rank up this card. Yes. That's gonna be perfect. Yeah, 15. It's not much, and honestly, it's kind of a waste to have 2 of these. But since just to fill out the strength card, I guess. Okay, water, perfect. Guess I can just have another one. I have 2 perception, anyways. You know, I don't even have a bow, so I might as well just get this. Yep. Okay, and for intelligence, I'll use that. Melee weapons break 10% slower, and you can craft tier 1 melee weapons. I'm gonna use that. Okay, perfect. Okay, for now we just have it like that. I feel like I kind of regret having the melee, upgrading the melee weapons on strength, but I guess I'll live with it. Cause it's only a 5% increase, which is nothing really. But I don't think I'm gonna be using it for long anyway, so it's okay. Alright, well, let's keep going. So she was supposed to be here. I just don't see her. What? Swimming suit? What? What? What is this? Anyways, yeah, I don't see her. They said the church, right? This is the church? Yes, it is the church. Alright, next one. Yeah, it says Flatwood Church. Miguel. See Miguel. Responder job engineer survival training robotics programming. Or specialty, I mean. Specialty survival training robotics and programming. Last checked in 6/15/96. Last location Morgantown Airport. So this is the guy we're gonna meet later on the airport. Housing assignment 17 Bridge Street. Notes: install new self-serve kiosk and automated pantry. Transfer all Morgantown Airport to build shelter for survivors. That's exactly what we're gonna find over there. Colonel, he was on the church as well. So rank responder job caretaker, specialty caregiver for children. Wow, how things change, huh? From bully to caretaker. Last checked in 5/21/96. Last location unknown. It's the top of the church. Housing assignment 13 Bridge Street. Joined the responders when he was 13. Dedicated to helping kids learn to survive. Kesha, well, we already found Kesha or Keisha. Mac leader Colin. Responder volunteer job engineer specialty trying to contact the responders. Last checked in 11/20/96. Last location Morgantown Airport. So we're gonna find him on the airport. Housing assignment none. Notes trying to contact the responders. Nobody really. Anybody really? Can anyone see this? I did. Shepherd Scott, which he was the alien dude, which we found in one of the houses outside. So let's see. Rank volunteer job nurse, specialty knowledge. Oh, he's the nurse. Specialty knowledge of the big picture. Aliens. Last checked in 3/15/96. Last location Green County Motel. Housing assignment 2 Church Road. Notes. Studying the reasons why. Has theories on many topics, mostly political or paranormal. Wilkins Gary. I don't think. Have I seen Gary before? Transfer to Morgantown, that's why. Responder volunteer job survivor coordinator. Specialty carrier. Navigations. Last checked in 7/24/96. Last location unknown. Housing assignment 17 Bridge Street. Transfer to Morgantown Airport. So I'm guessing he's on Morgantown Airport. The location is unknown, so I don't know. He might be here. Winters Delver, which he's the Reverend, the chef. Yates Sophie. Haven't seen this one yet. Rank volunteer candidate, job unassigned, specialty undeclared. Last checked in 7/24/96. Last location Delvert's home. Housing assignment 10 Church Road. Student in Delver's volunteer training class since 1/20/96. Last location Delvert's home. Is there like housing numbers? Maybe we can find the leader of the volunteers on the housing number. But I don't really see any housing number. Maybe the mailbox. Let's see. No, I don't see any. I don't see any supplies. That's interesting. Cause like if it says okay, here's building number 1, number 2, then it would be much easier. Private property, no trespassing. I'm guessing if we can figure out Scott's housing, this one is the 10th. I guess this one's 10th, and I guess she was found last year. But it's only Winters here. See, that's the thing. It says last known location was on Winter's home, but she is not here. So it makes you think, was he assassinated? Questions. And on this side, there is no number as well, but that's 10. maybe she's back here, just dead. Oh, she's here. No, unless he's a guy. But that name sounded like a girl, not a dude. I'm not sure. Maybe I'm just overthinking this, and maybe Bethesda didn't think about somebody looking through that terminal, reading every single detail about it, and looking for those names. Maybe, or just maybe. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what to say, guys. I don't know what to say. But anyways, we've been playing for 1 hour, and I feel like it would be a good time to leave it here, and I think it would be a good time to leave Flatwoods. I'll keep looking around on my own, and on next episode we are gonna explore a little bit more about this area of the map, because Morgantown is on this side of the map, but I would like to actually explore this areas right here, and open up more, kind of leveling up without going through any quests, because I like doing that. And I feel like it's going to be more entertaining fighting monsters than actually reading terminals the next episode. Just mixing it up a little bit more. So yeah, hope you guys enjoy, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
Is this
Other than
thing
that,
on?
take care, guys. Peace.
Great. Hello, survivors of this garbage dump. I'm Sophie, and this is my stupid survivor story. This dumb shit go. Oh yeah. Before the bombs, I was a librarian, and now I can read everything all the time. Whee! Look at me! I'm lucky. Wait, no. Maybe I was one of those farmers who prepared for the end times. Some sort of religious thing. Yeah, that's right. No, I got it. I was a sweet little kid and lived off some cat food containers in a super duper mart for months near my parents' rotting carcasses. Nobody came. Nobody. I learned how to deal. You should too. The responders are a joke. Nobody helps anybody anymore. Get a grip. If you're not a total idiot, you'll get out of this dump before the responders get you killed. Leave the sick behind. You're better off. Trust me. Whiny babies can stay here and play make-believe, but anyone with half a brain will go up to the mountains and drop the dead weight. Delbert already tried to stop me. Sorry to say, nobody will be around to teach you how to eat shit now, Flatwoods. Bye, suckers. Love always, Sophie.